How can a fintech company reinvent this industry, right? It has to be technology, it has to be data.
So we are here now at this very famous building behind me called Monster Mansion. As you know, Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated cities in the world, and of course it's also one of the most expensive. Unfortunately, many families here in Hong Kong have to live in this crumbled condition of very tiny spaces. The Hong Kong government decided to disperse 10,000 Hong Kong dollar per each person, which is 1,300 US dollars, to help families. And one of the fintech unicorns called WeLab came up with an amazing initiative by dispersing this money through interest-free loan. So next we are going to WeLab to find out more. Hope you enjoy it. So I'm super excited to be here in office of WeLab and WeLab Bank together with Simon Leung, who is the CEO and founder of WeLab. And I think we met with Simon years ago. It was a semi-young startup with like 50 people, 60 people, and over the last few years, you became first unicorn in fintech in Hong Kong, and then scaled to China market, mainland China, and then also pivoted to Indonesia, and finally received the virtual banking license last year.
Thank you, Anthony. I think it's very exciting. I still remember when we first met, we were a lot scrappier, and
Right.
We've grown a little bit since then, right? I think the question that we ask ourselves since day one 7 years ago and today has always been the same, right? We're in this area of fintech, and it is an industry where we have players, very large players, and players with 100 years of experience,
Right.
with a lot of capital, a lot of people, a lot of branches, right? How can a fintech company reinvent this industry, right? So the obvious answer is it cannot be more money, cannot be more people, cannot be more branches, right? It has to be technology, it has to be data. So that has actually revolved around how we've been building the company bit by bit over the years. If you go back to where we started, right, it's always been aligned with what we wanted to do, right? How do we use technology and data to reinvent the financial services experience, to allow all the transactions, all your financial needs to be serviced in a fantastic customer experience fashion, fully mobile, fully online. You don't even need to talk to and meet anyone face to face. I think that's something that gets us very, very excited. Now, the coronavirus is also a catalyst to people in terms of financial services fintech adoption. Because of the difficulty in going physically outside to visit a branch, everyone is moving their transactions online. Both traditional banks and digital financial services, like us, for example, WeLand in Hong Kong, experiencing a record growth. And when you dissect that a little bit further, right, 51% of the new growth actually came from people 30-year-old and below. Younger population, younger tech-savvy population, they're adopting to fintech and digital financial solution faster than everyone else. And this is a one-way street, meaning once you go there, you're not going to go back and say, I want to go back and queue at the branch, right? So we see that as very, very positive. We have this fantastic, beautiful looking debit card that I can show you. It's so beautiful. I have to show you it. So the team actually, they've been fantastic.
Yeah.
They did a lot of research, customer research, and analyzed a lot of different cards from the traditional banks all the way to the different digital banks around the world.
Right.
And they showed it to actual target customers in Hong Kong. Young tech-savvy adults, different age groups, and then they find that actually people prefer a simple metallic-looking card.
So when was this aha moment when you realized, no, this is wrong, we need to change? Can you give us any example of what was your initial assumption of when you're building the bank and then you eventually did it in a different way?
The WeLab Bank is the fourth venture that we built as a group, right? We have Hong Kong, WeLand, China, Indonesia, this is the fourth venture, right? And what we realized is there are multiple aha moments. You always have multiple aha moments, right? And then for me, it usually happen in the morning when I'm brushing my teeth. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, I'm going to go back and tell my team to do it the other way, right? But I think it is very interesting in a way that when you're building a digital bank, there are some players in the West who have tried different models, and some of them actually applicable, some of them not applicable. And I think borrowing ideas that part is very, very interesting. I think WeLab Bank is just the first step of us expanding beyond the original roots of using technology to disrupt lending, right? Now we're into opening up bank account, KYC, deposit, wealth management, and we can be in many different kinds of financial products and being able to serve customers holistically. And with which, right, there are actually a lot of interesting technologies that we're building. And these technology actually is applicable for us and also for many banks in the world. So in the future, what we're evaluating is, can it be like a B2B model?
Well, thank you very much, Simon. It was an amazing, insightful conversation, and good luck with the WeLab Bank.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Co-founder at Skype would always say, and it was like, it's not the big who beat the small, it's the fast who beat the slow.
Right,
So like
right.
you have to be focused on this stuff. That's how you win, not just being big.